Hopefully the wind's not too bad. So out here on these beautiful desert but mountainous rolling trails outside of Fruita, Colorado, kind of on the way to Moab, but still in Colorado. Great mountain biking, great double track, single track, whole network of trails out here. But we're gonna talk about how speed training, high intensity training irons out your running form, right? It's gonna fix all your problems. You can't sprint 100 meters or 400 meters usually with really bad form, right? If you're sprinting 100 meters really fast, you're not gonna be heel striking. You're gonna be running with fast turnover, probably over 200 steps a minute. It's not distance running form, but you got the high knees, you got the arm drive straight forward and back. Your inefficiencies get ironed out. And the same thing happens if you're scaling down, if you're a marathon runner, an ultra marathon runner, doing stuff at 5K or 10K pace is still speed work, right? It's training you at the neuromuscular level. It's training your muscle fibers to coordinate better, and it's helping extend your stride, it's helping improve your stride rate or your turnover, and it's giving you power in your stride. So you're actually able to run with a longer stride length, which is the real key to speed, but you have to have the aerobic system to support that. So if you're a marathon runner, an ultra marathon runner, half marathon runner, any type of distance runner, once you get your base mileage up, your easy aerobic pace, and you start getting some efficiency with your heart and lungs, the next step is to be able to iron out your form and to get leg strength that will make you faster and progress. And part of that's with lowering the lactate threshold, increasing the speed at which you're running at your VO2 max. So VO2 max being maximum aerobic capacity. Now, your heart and lungs will limit you there, but the real key with good running form is not only to improve your speed and efficiency, but to reduce the risk for injury, right? Overuse injury from heel striking or running with too slow of a cadence, too slow of a stride rate. It's more impact force. When you're running at 160 steps a minute or less, you're coming down with more impact force. And if you're running faster, you're also coming down with more impact force. Or down hills, for example, more impact force, right? So, and more mileage, right? You start running 50K a week, 30 miles a week, you bump that up to 80K a week or 50 miles a week about, and there's a risk for injury. And if your form's bad or you have some sort of muscle or tendon imbalance, things get tight on one side, not on the other. You've got scoliosis in your back, like me, crooked back. All sorts of things could throw you off with life stress, not sleeping enough, not eating a well-balanced diet, being deficient. You could easily get an injury, an overuse injury, bone stress fracture. That's tendinitis, things we want to stay away from. And to help minimize that risk of injury means running efficiently. And running efficiently means running with your best possible form. Now, you're not going to always look like Kipchoge out there, right? We have different muscle mass distribution. I have much thicker legs than a lot of elite East African marathon runners who are super fast. They have really thin legs, so my muscle mass is distributed differently. And you probably have much stronger arms than I have, right? I have little chicken wing arms here. So my muscle mass distribution is different. That changes how my form looks. That changes how mechanics look. So it's not all, you have to do this, you have to run on your toes. It's okay to be not a forefoot striker running on the balls of your feet always, but you definitely don't want to be breaking force with a big heel strike, right? Way out in front. And part of that is reading your stride rate. If you're doing over 160 steps a minute, that's usually pretty good. Now, obviously, the faster you run, the easier it is to get that stride rate up, right? Like I said, if you're sprinting over 200 steps a minute, probably, right? 5K pace to marathon pace, though, you usually probably want to be at least 165, if not closer to 180 steps a minute. And by doing speed work, we iron out those kinks, we iron out our form. And that's the whole idea with doing track workouts or doing hill sprints. Even as a distance runner, you're not only working your heart and lungs, spiking your heart rate and breathing really hard, getting that aerobic system revved up, but you're developing muscle tension, you're opening up the stride, and you're ironing out those kinks at the neuromuscular level to help improve your efficiency and form. So if you're faster doing 400 meter repeats, you're faster doing kilometer repeats on the track, hopefully that translates into faster 5K times, faster 10K times, as well as faster marathon and ultra marathon times. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, check out all my speed workout videos, 10K training, half marathon. I got a ton of stuff on the playlist here. Check out our training website. Coach Sandy and I sell training plans. Any service, any distance at sagerunning.com. Be sure to subscribe on here. Thanks to the Patreon supporters for really making this possible. I hope your running's going well. Stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions. Time to fly.